Hypixel Studios' indie game Hytale sets out to have a scope of a sandbox and the depth of a roleplay game. This is brought out by the abrasive sounds, mobs, and zones that make you feel like you're actually in the game. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the devastated fiery wasteland that we know as Zone 4. I am CanadianFlash, and welcome back to another Hytale video. Zone 4 is what we know as the devastated lands. The surface world is a hot volcanic, scorched-like world with lava rivers and lakes all on the surface. However, once you go underground, you can come across lush, thriving environments with dinosaurs. Yes, you heard me right, dinosaurs and other prehistoric mobs. So guys, today we're going to be talking about Zone 4 and everything that we know about it so far. If I missed anything in this video, just make sure to comment down below, just whatever I missed. I love reading your comments. You guys know I heart and like every single comment. This is who I am. So guys, today we're going to take a look at the mobs, the bosses, the loot, and pretty much everything in the biomes that we all know about Zone 4. So let's start this off. So guys, there aren't quite a few mobs in Zone 4. There's not as many as Zone 1s, 2, and 3, but Zone 4 has quite a few very interesting mobs compared to the different zones. There are quite a few mobs that are very similar, like the skeletons. There's a Zone 4 variation of the skeletons. We get to see it in some pictures. And there's also quite a few void creatures in Zone 4 that we've seen maybe Zone 1, 2, and 3 before. But pretty much every other mob in Zone 1 and Zone 4 is different than all the different mobs we can see in Zone 1, 2, and 3. And one of the main mobs that we get to see in Zone 3 is going to be the Ember Wolf. We see this guy in the trailer. He's that fiery golem wolf looking dude. He's super cool, and probably don't want to fight him, honestly, really don't. There's also that lava cave mob. We're not really too sure if it's going to be in a Zone 4 cave, but he has the same body structure of the Ember Wolf, how he's lava rocked all together. So I'm going to put him as classified as a Zone 4 mob right now. And those are pretty much a few mobs that we can maybe see on the surface or in the beginning caves. But once you go deep into the caves in Zone 4, you can probably see the Cave Raptor. Whoa, dinosaurs, guys. I know, it's cool. We have the Cave Raptor, really awesome mob. Can you imagine having a pack of raptors? I say this every time, but pack of raptors, I'm doing it. You guys know I'm doing it. There's also going to be the Dimetrodon, which is some type of lizard. Not really sure how. We haven't seen any pictures of him. We just see a concept art. There's a prehistoric chicken. We don't see any pictures of him yet, but there are a few concept arts. They'll all be on the screen. You guys can definitely take a look at all of them. There is the macaque. We all know. God. Oh my god, I'm a child. There's that guy. He's like a monkey. We're going to call him the monkey instead of the macaque. Honestly, it's way better than saying, what I just said. So then there is a really cool mob called the Cave Rex. Everyone knows this guy. Imagine, just picture this. It's pitch black in the Zone 4 caves. You don't have a light. Then all of a sudden you see a light. You're like, oh my god, that's freedom. But when you get closer, it's just a big T-Rex and you're dead. Boom, gone. It's like how an anglerfish hunts. It's really cool. And last but not least, probably the main good guy mob that you're going to see in Zone 4 is going to be the Slothians. And I'm presuming that they're going to be your biggest combatants. Not combatants, your biggest friend. Because they're in the iconography research as its own race. So there's probably going to be some really deep lore with the Slothians and maybe with the T-Rexes. We're not too sure if you can tame the dinosaurs or not, but there is an image of a person close to a dinosaur, so I think maybe you can tame it, and it looks like a raptor to me. So pack of raptors could happen, guys. Oh my god, I can't wait for that. That'll be awesome. And there's also the Slothian and the T-Rex are in that one picture. The T-Rex probably going to eat the Slothian, so maybe your mission is to rid the dinosaurs of the Slothians, or maybe move the Slothian hut. Who knows how it'll work. There's also an image, and it shows that there are 5 levels to the devastated lands, and level 0, it goes from 0 to 4. So level 0 is the surface world, which is obviously the top, the scorched in flames. There are a few prefabs up there, but really nothing too big. Level 1 is called the Devastated Caves, and in the image it looks like there's probably nothing in the caves. It's just a bare cave. You probably have to go deeper to find stuff. Level 2 is the cave with a few vegetation areas and a little bit of water. So it's habitable, but it's not really wow, this is great and all that. Then there's zone level 3, which is the jungle where the Slothian villages are. So then then there's level 4, which is the Forgotten Jungle, aka where dinosaurs and lakes are. And there was a little picture in the Edge article that kind of combines zone level 3 and 4, because level 3 and 4, they said there's like the Slothian Village is level 3, level 4 is the like Forgotten Jungle. But then there's a picture of a dinosaur and a Slothian like hut on the same level. So I'm not sure how they like spawn in together, but I think it'll be really cool how like whatever the case is. And honestly, I think we can probably get some really good loot in Zone 4 because it's not one of the main 3 starting zones. And I really believe that it has something to do with like a late game element in the game. Kind of like if you guys have ever seen Ark Ragnarok. Ark Ragnarok is pretty much all like encased, but then down there's like a cave, there's different levels of cave. There's like the blue zone, then there's the red zone. Blue zone is pretty deadly, but not really deadly. But then there's the red zone where you need like a radiation suit and everything to go down there, and you'll literally die every 2 seconds you go down there. You got to be super careful. That's kind of how I assume the level 4, level 3 caves to be. Level 3 will be kind of dangerous, got to fend off maybe some Slothians or something. But then level 4 is like, damn, there's T-Rexes and raptors, and it's probably really dark. Besides the bioluminescent plants, guys, like, there's going to be some pretty good loot down in those caves. Probably the level 1, or level 0, which is the surface, will have, like, beginner prefabs. You'll fight off a skeleton or two. You'll probably get, like, ooh, a cool sword. But then when you go into, like, the bottom of the cave and you see, like, a cave rex, you kill him. Maybe you'll find some, like, fire sword or something. Who knows? Also, guys, in the March development blog post, we learned of a new biome in the Zone 4 called the Scorched Ruins, which is like a biome in Zone 4 that seems to have no inhabitants, but there are torches lit, so it leads you to believe that there are some type of inhabitants in there. And I have a theory about this. This is obviously not factual or anything. I just want to throw this out there. I just want to theorize on the lore of like the Scorched Ruins. So honestly, I think that the Scorched Ruins used to be like a really thriving like faction. They have Gaia like symbols on their banners, so it leads me to believe that they were like once partnered or like together with Gaia at one point. But then obviously now we know that Gaia's symbol, or not Gaia, like Gaia is kind of like sleeping, or she's, I don't know, resting, or she's dead or something like that. And I think maybe Varen's army, like, or Kairos' army swept through that town, maybe taking all the people and turning them into slaves or something like that. Or maybe turning them into Outlanders to make them, like, how they use the Outlander magic to maybe make crawlers or make them into, like, those void spawns or something like that. Who knows? But I think why the torches are lit is because maybe there's one inhabitant still left from that original, like, from those original citizens, and maybe it could be like a kid who went into hiding or something, and the Varen's army never found him, or maybe someone who ended up defending himself like very well and he survived. I don't know how it'll work, but I think that'll be a really cool like lore aspect to the game if we can see some backstory of maybe Kairos' or Varen's army taking over like their town or something like that. So, guys, let me know what you think is going to happen with Zone 4, because it's a really interesting zone, and it's not one of the 3 main starting zones, so I think it has to play a lot with the lore. If you have any theories, comment them down below. I'll make sure to read them all, heart them, maybe pin one if it's really cool. So, guys, that is all I want to say about Zone 4. We don't know too much about Zone 4, but it's a cool zone that really interests me, and if you guys have anything to say, leave it down below. Also, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It'll be greatly appreciated. If you're watching this video, comment, basketball. It's on my shirt right now. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.